DJ on the DJ.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a special edition of IrRashonal Sports. Today's a special episode, or edition, because the NBA trade deadline ended 30 seconds ago. And as a matter of fact, I'm still getting notifications. Never mind, it's just continuous stuff. Today was an extremely eventful day, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I still have my headphone in. We're here out of Chicagoland Sports Radio. I don't know why I keep making that mistake.
What do you say?
Huh?
What do you keep saying?
I keep saying Chicago Sportsland Radio and Chicagoland Sports Radio.
How does that one roll better than the original?
I don't know. It's a mental thing. We're here, Chicagoland Sports Radio, where it's not just sports, it's a way of life. Welcome in. I'm Matt. I'm the host of IrRashonal Sports. I've got with me a friend. Introduce yourself.
Hello. I am Luke Mendoza, the host of the Luke Effect podcast, which officially started yesterday. You'll also go tune in. Go watch on the Chicagoland Sports Radio Facebook. It was on air yesterday. Mm-hmm. I will be back on next week, Wednesday at 2 to 3. Possibly having this guy back on again. Socials are Instagram at Luke Mendoza Official. And YouTube is Luke Productions Mendoza. And now this guy just walked in. But anyway, we're here on IrRashonal Sports, talking about some trade deadline stuff in the NBA. Cannot wait to hear what's going on.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
There's a lot of implications that happened over the last hour or two since 11 o'clock.
Yep.
A lot of things that are going to certainly impact the future of the league. We're excited to talk about it today. That's what we're going to get into. Yep. Really quickly, you can follow along with me on Twitter right now at IrRashonal Sport, IrRashonal Sport. I forgot. Let me send out some links real quick. Other than that, though, I mean, this is going to be a pretty jam-packed episode because I had a topic already teed up, but trade deadline was more important. Trade deadline's more meat-packed. So what I'm gonna do, my topic was gonna be the importance of development in organizations, and you know I obviously have a lot to say about that. So, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save that for a separate video that I can produce more, not necessarily in the podcast radio format. So yeah, I'm excited to do that. I'm probably gonna work on that soon. But there is a lot of news surrounding everything right now that I can do that's related to the topic of development. Yeah, that being said, let's get into the deadline news. Shall we?
Yes.
Let's proceed, shall.
Good.
Right away. I'm honestly probably just gonna read down Twitter, the notifications I got from Sean.
Are you gonna read every single one?
And Woj. I mean, yeah.
All right.
As things come to me. Oh, you know what? I did have some, I'll read the bullet points last, I guess. So first things first, the Bulls didn't do a thing. The Bulls, the Warriors, and the Lakers didn't do a thing.
Just them three?
I think
Are they the only three?
I think they were the only three.
Wow.
I think they were the only three.
That's crazy.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't, maybe like the Pelicans or someone, I don't know. But the three most notable are the Bulls, Lakers, and Warriors. They didn't do a thing. I honestly can't believe the Lakers didn't do a thing. But I also can believe it just because they like to throw names in the rumor bucket all the time and just have them on the Lakers. So I'm not really surprised, but it's just a tad disappointing to realize that the Lakers get so much media coverage, and they didn't make a single move the entire time. They were all talk. The media was all talk. But getting to teams who actually did something, I'm just going to scroll down as much as I can here.
All right.
What really kicked things off today was the Knicks and the Pistons, who ended up being the most active teams, really, this deadline. And it really opened up with the Pistons sending Alex Burks to the Knicks. In exchange, I'm gonna have to look at the details of that. I know they got Quentin Grimes as part of that deal. I know they got Bogdanovich as part of that. The Pistons got Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, and Malachi Flynn. And the Knicks get Bogdanovich and Alex Burks. I like this for the Knicks. I think the Knicks are making a push finally.
They're building a good team.
I think they're finally trying to not be an afterthought when we talk about teams that are good and could potentially win.
They went far in the playoffs last year, didn't they? They didn't make it to like the semifinal.
I don't think they made it that far. They had it's the same story every year with the Knicks. It's Julius Randle and RJ Barrett.
Right.
Just the entire team basically not being able to string anything together in the playoffs, that's kind of what happened with Philadelphia too. So it's disappointing, but that's what's happening there. That's what usually happens with the Knicks. I'm trying to find here we go, playoff bracket. So Eastern Conference semifinals, they made it to the Eastern Conference semifinals and lost to the Heat. So I guess I don't know if that's a successful, because they keep knocking at the door of the Western Conference or the Eastern Conference Finals in the finals, but they never get there. So hopefully a roster like this can put them over the edge. Hopefully they can make something of themselves. Obviously they're on a really hot streak since getting Precious Achiuwa, or not, OG Anunoby. I mixed them up a lot, but yeah, Precious Achiuwa might actually be on the Knicks too. But yeah, they have a good roster. They're ending the trade deadline on a good note, and that's always good to see. I'm excited for what the Knicks have to offer. I finally don't have to hear Knicks fans complain all the time.
Yeah.
But hopefully, Stephen A. too. We finally get to hear Stephen A.
Oh yeah,
He has to be happy.
How do you think he's gonna feel about all this?
He has to be happy. He has to be happy after this deadline.
Yeah.
There's some I think tonight TNT has the show. ESPN gets them this weekend. Mm-hmm. Gets the NBA this weekend. So hopefully we get some happy Stephen A. Some Stephen A. smiles. What else happened kind of early on, like before noon? Okay. So this is a pretty big one. The Utah Jazz sent Kelly Olynyk and Ochai Agbaji. Have trouble with that one, Kansas legend, to the Raptors for Otto Porter, a 2024 first round, and Kyra Lewis. I don't know. To me, the impression I got from the Jazz is they're kind of giving up a little bit.
Yeah,
they're kind of selling. They're selling. They didn't buy this deadline. What that means for the future, I don't know what they're planning, but it seems to me like they're kind of giving up on the Lowry Markkanen, Colin Sexton revolving core.
Yeah,
which is a bit disappointing because they were on the uptick. Wait, okay, I closed out Basketball Reference. They started off the season really poor, but then as they're 500 right now, as of late, they've been really well. I think at one point they were a good 4 or 5 games above 500. So it's confusing to me why they're selling, because they have pieces, they have a core. It's just whether or not they want to develop it and whether or not they want to keep going.
Right.
So, yeah, it's just a bit confusing to me. I don't know if I necessarily agree with their decision. What else we got? The Pacers are trading Buddy Hield to the Sixers for Marcus Morris, Furkan Korkmaz, and 3 second-round picks. I like this for the Pacers more. Obviously, Buddy Hield is the best player in that in the trade, but people forget that Furkan Korkmaz is a really good shooter. He's one of the best shooters in Sixers history. I think I saw a stat where he was top 10 in some Sixers 3-point stat. So Furkan Korkmaz obviously a good addition to the Pacers. Marcus Morris, he'll be just a rotation guy, I think. He has a little bit of grit to him that the Pacers could use now and then. Buddy Hield's been in rumors all season, so I'm not surprised that he's gone. I like him for the Pacers more because he's a catch and shoot type of guy, and obviously Tyrese Halliburton's one of the best passers in the league.
Right.
And yeah, the Pacers have made some questionable decisions, although they're still winning. I didn't like how they waived Daniel Tice earlier in the season. Because now Daniel Tice is obviously succeeding on the Clippers.
Yeah, good for him.
It's a bit interesting, again, what the Pacers are doing. I still trust them because they're winning and they're doing well. But, I have some skepticisms. Right now, they're 29 and 23, 6th in the East. They have a playoff spot. They're a game above Miami, 2 above Orlando. It's going to be an interesting little climate.
Yep.
In that what's it called? In the play-in tournament. The play-in tournament realm in the Eastern Conference. Because I think the Western Conference, literally the top, what is this now? The top 10 West Conference teams are all within 10 games. Meanwhile, the top 10 Eastern Conference teams are within 15 games. So the Western Conference definitely has a flatter curve than the East.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Let's see. I'd argue this was probably the most groundbreaking news of the day. And it's, let me find it. I lost it. Where'd it go? So the Hornets were pretty active today. I'll break it by that before I actually find the news. Gordon Hayward was traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Trey Mann. What else? Trey Mann. I can't find this now. I liked too many things on Twitter.
You got it.
Where is it?
You'll find it.
Trey Mann was one of the, and I like Trey Mann. I just don't like that he now has to go, unfortunately, to the the Hornets. Where is it? Oh, wait, did I just find? Never mind. Yeah, I saw a stat. The Thunder still have 36 picks in the next 6 drafts. 36.
What?
That's 3 picks around for the next 6 years.
For who?
The Thunder.
They're too good.
I don't understand why
They're good. They're too good.
I don't understand why every team isn't adopting this strategy. Okay, I guess I just didn't like. I swear I saw Gordon Hayward.
They're just too good.
Yeah, there was a Gordon Hayward center trade around Trey Mann, and some picks. I really like this for Oklahoma City. Again, what are the Hornets trying to rebuild or something? Because not only did they get rid of him, they got rid of PJ Washington also. PJ Washington's going to Dallas for Grant Williams and Seth Curry, I think.
No.
And maybe a pick or two. I really like that for Dallas. Again, I'm not sure what Charlotte's doing because they got rid of Gordon Hayward for a lot of young guys, which made me think they were loading up for the future.
Uh-huh.
Like they were rebuilding. But then they trade PJ Washington for Grant Williams and Seth Curry. Seth Curry obviously is aging a bit. And Grant Williams, who's kind of already established and doesn't really have anything left to bring out of him, really. Everybody, he knows he found his game. So it's interesting to me what Charlotte's doing. I'm not sure if they're...
I mean, hey,
necessarily
I think the Charlotte's doing what they need to do because obviously need to get better.
Yeah,
and that's gonna take a while. And for them to have Steph Curry's younger brother, Seth, I think that might be a good turnout for them, possibly.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I hope that teaches LaMelo a little more of his brother's Lonzo-y ball movement abilities, his passing abilities.
Yeah, but that's kind of sucks to how LaMelo is always getting injured. He barely plays for that team, I think. Barely. He barely plays for that team.
Is he back or is he out for the season?
He can never get healthy.
I'm looking right now. I'm looking for a LaMelo Ball game.
When was the last time he put the team on his back?
Well, he's not that type of player anyway. He's not.
I know, but when has he been very productive and for that team, or has tried to get him like wins, or he had like a amazing great game?
Well, I think part of it for him, he's not he's more of a Lonzo guy. He's not a leading scorer type of guy. He is a passer first. He's a point guard first. That's so. I think for Charlotte to be kind of putting all their stock in him being their 30 points a night kind of guy is wrong. And they should be putting other scorers around him, much like they're doing in, I don't know, like Denver, Boston.
Did Denver do anything?
Yes, but I forget what. I don't remember. Did they?
I don't think.
I don't know.
I didn't say anything.
We'll figure it out because I'm going through this too. I'm processing a lot of it for the second time. I've only had minutes sometimes between trades.
Yeah.
But yeah, LaMelo's doing decent. He just doesn't play. He's injury prone at this point.
Yeah, he's very. Yeah, it sucks. That sucks.
Yeah, though they Hornets sold Miles Bridges and not Miles Bridges. Gordon Hayward and PJ Washington for Trey Mann.
Yep.
And you know a ton of other. I can't believe I can't find the Gordon Hayward trade right now. I swear I liked it once.
Didn't a team waive a player? Kelly wasn't it?
Yeah. I can't believe I can't find it right now.
I think it was the Raptors.
No, it was Detroit. Yeah, that's another thing. Detroit had. Where is it? I cannot believe there's nothing.
Oh, with the Pistons, you're right.
Oh, here we go. Okay. So the Hornets gave Gordon Hayward to Oklahoma City for Trey Mann, Davis Bertans, and Micic. I don't know how to say his first name, but I like his last name. Micic.
Uh-huh.
I like that. Obviously, I like this for Oklahoma City. But again, it seems like the Hornets loaded up on some young guys here, but then kind of loaded up on some established guys. Maybe they're going for like a veteran thing. Maybe they are trying to rebuild now, and maybe they're loading up now for next year. But it just seems to me like they don't like have a plan necessarily yet. They're just trying to play it day by day.
Yeah.
And obviously, as a front office in the NBA, that's a risky game to play, and I don't necessarily agree. I saw that.
Another day, another disappointing trade deadline for the Bulls.
Look at my Twitter. I put out all the goofiness that the Bulls are doing all around the league.
Other front offices making moves, improving their team, rebuilding. The Bulls front office.
Yeah. Fast asleep.
Oh my God.
The quote that's lingering around right now is that quote from like I think 2 years ago. It might have been when Lonzo got hurt, or maybe after, where Arturas Karnisovas said we'll continue to be aggressive in trade talks.
That is great.
And obviously that was a blatant lie because we've done next to nothing since. Warriors did something. They're sending Corey Joseph to Indiana.
Dang,
good for them. That was a last minute.
I wonder how. Which. I had a brain fart for a second. Which team got the most players in this day trade deadline? Do you think?
Probably the Pistons. The Pistons at one point had 18 players on their roster, and obviously 13 is the max. So, what I thought they were doing, what I thought they were going to do, this was a big thing that I was like trying to predict and be that guy. Was I thought they were loading up for a huge trade. I thought it was going to be a Zach LaVine trade. Obviously, I was wrong, and they ended up. I don't necessarily know what the Pistons. Maybe they were trying to do something big and things just didn't happen, but ultimately they ended up with a couple extra players. So they waived Killian Hayes. He's now a free agent, and he's on that buyout market that people are going that is stacked right now. Spencer Dinwiddie was recently put on that market. He was waived. Really, the Raptors. He was traded to the Raptors. Again, this is a huge web. I'm trying to make it make sense and like unravel everything, but it's really rough. I'm trying to give like everyone coverage that did something. I'm also just trying to make sense of. You know what? Let me. I know how to do this. How to go about this correctly. So yeah, Corey Joseph to the Pacers in exchange for a second-round pick and cash considerations. Another classic performance by the Warriors. They just wanted to be in talks. They didn't want to be that guy. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, Detroit did a ton of stuff. They the first thing I said was them sending Alec Burks to the Knicks in exchange for Quentin Grimes and a couple other things. I don't think any more players, but some picks maybe. I think Detroit got away with one that time. I like Quentin Grimes. Alec Burks is kind of established already. I obviously like him, but I think Quentin Grimes would have been better because he went on a tear like around Christmas, I think, maybe around New Year's. He went on a tear where he scored 30 points a few times.
Wow.
And shot the lights out of Madison Square Garden a few times. And that run alone made me like him. I kept saying, like, give him more minutes.
You think he'd be a starting lineup?
Maybe not for the Pistons, no. But maybe with Killian Hayes, but I don't think so because they have Cade and Jaden Ivey, and those are their guards. Those are their pretty well-established guards already. But Quentin Grimes, the Knicks are also sending, or the Pistons are sending Bogdanovich to the Knicks. Evan Fournier and Malachi Flynn are going to Detroit. What happened to Evan Fournier? I think after the
The Pistons getting nobodies or somebodies?
They're getting somebodies. I just don't like they're what I think they're doing is they're trying to simultaneously find a core that they can build on for the future, while also trying not to be that team that has the worst record of all time. You have to think that's lingering in their minds every decision they make.
What is the worst record of all time?
The 2011-12 Charlotte Bobcats, they won 7 games.
Oh, I think they passed that. I think they passed it, didn't they? I think they have exactly 7.
I think they have 6 right now. I have Basketball Reference. Let me pull out the good old Basketball Reference. Oh, they do have 7. When did they win? It was against
Kings.
Yeah.
So they can't. For them to tie the record, they have to lose the rest.
Which is
you think it's gonna happen?
Very much possible.
Wow.
Worst record in NBA history. That is not the worst record in NBA history.
What is it? What does it say?
It's just straight lying to me. It said 34-48, but I know that's a lie.
What?
Where is it? Oh, okay, yeah, 7-59.
7-59.
So yeah, and they're 7-43 right now, so they just need to lose 16 more games.
7-59?
Yeah, they need to go on a 16.
How many games are there? 82.
Yeah.
They extended it. 7-59.
Yeah.
That does not add up to 82.
It might have been a lockout year. That might have been the lockout year. Oops. 7-59. That might have been lockout year. 2012. Yeah.
That was lockout year?
Yeah, it delayed the start of that season.
What was the lockout? I forgot.
I don't know. I think they just wanted more money or something.
Or
like better benefits. I don't know, treated better. Yes, so they played 66 games that year.
Every team?
Still though. Every team, yeah.
Every team.
Wait. Oh, yeah. It's not saying what it's for. Oh, revenue. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Salary cap and luxury tags. Owners, yeah. Yeah. That was where all those clips come from, where like Kobe and Kevin Durant and like LeBron were playing at parks and in high school gyms and stuff.
That's funny.
That was a fun time.
2012.
And I think
when everybody thought the world was gonna end.
Yeah.
That never happened.
You dang Mayans.
Yeah,
How dare
but overall, like, Detroit's just trying to dig themselves out of that hole, and I think they'll get there. But yeah, they were very active. They had 18 players on their roster at one point. That's why I thought they were gearing up for a huge trade, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Let's see what else we got. We covered the Gordon Hayward thing. We covered that. We covered PJ Washington.
I can't wait to talk about. I can't wait until you get to the one thing.
The Raptors are sending Dennis Schroeder to the Nets for Dinwiddie.
That one's crazy.
And then Dinwiddie was immediately waived because they didn't want to pay his bonus for playing like a certain amount of games.
So they just got that guy for wow. So they pretty much just stole Dennis Schroeder from him?
The Raptors, yeah, the Nets basically just got Dennis Schroeder.
Just for free? Well, not for free, but yeah.
Oh, wait, no, they also got, this is even stupider, they also got Thaddeus Young, Bulls legend Thaddeus Young.
Who?
The Nets, yeah.
So the Nets have Dennis Schroeder and...
For basically no one.
That is a Young, just because. They were like, oh, two guys. Basically. And then the Raptors get this guy and they're like, I don't want him.
Basically for no one. They lost Spencer Dinwiddie, but...
You just gained two better players.
They didn't give Spencer Dinwiddie to the Raptors, so...
That is crazy. How can you do that? How does that work?
Pistons are waiving Joe Harris. Bulls, wake up. Pick up Joe Harris, please. Wow.
It's too late. Well, I mean, they can still pick up free agents, right?
Yeah, because when you're waived, you get put on the market.
Yeah.
The buyout market, too, because they're going to have to buy. Yeah. They're going to have to pick up his contract. P.J. Washington covered that. A lot of P.J. Washington stuff.
Wait for you to get to the big one.
Here we go. Brooklyn is finalizing. Brooklyn's sending Royce O'Neal to Phoenix for 3 second-round draft picks.
Okay.
There was some like controversy surrounding that. I forget what it was. But
yeah, that was a robbery for the Dennis Schroeder and Thaddeus. That's an absolute robbery.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Memphis sending David Roddy to the Suns.
Okay.
So the Suns picking up Royce O'Neal and David Roddy. I like David Roddy. He's a decent up and coming guy.
Yeah.
He's got some defensive tendencies that a lot of NBA teams could use, especially the Suns.
Yep.
So good for them. What else we got? Here's another big one. The Sixers are sending Patrick Beverley to the Bucks.
This is the one I wanted to talk about.
In exchange for campaign and a second-round pick. What's funny is the source that broke that news was the Patrick Beverley podcast. The Patrick Beverley podcast broke that news before Woj or Shams.
That's hilarious.
So funny little. That's gonna be funny like trivia in the next 10 years. But essentially, I really like what Milwaukee did. I think they're trying to make up a little bit for giving up Drew Holiday in exchange for Damian Lillard because obviously their defense took an unbelievable hit after getting rid of Drew Holiday. But they're trying to make up a little bit with Pat Bev. And I think it's okay. I think it's cool.
And Pat Bev and Dame don't have a good past.
They're okay.
Now they're teammates.
He said they're friends now.
Now they're teammates.
He said they're friends.
That's going to be good. Honestly, I'm excited for Pat. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. Honestly, I wish we kept him. But, things don't last long in Chicago, do they?
The Bulls are stupid.
They don't last long.
They're goofballs anyway. They wouldn't have kept them even if they could have gotten for cheaper. Yeah.
Whatever. It is what it is.
It doesn't make sense to me what the Bulls did.
They didn't do anything.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you're just talking about when they got rid of him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't understand their plan. Like, they pick up players for a year, and they don't have any plans for them. They're going in a circle right now of goofiness. That's essentially what it boils down to. Bucks are sending 2027 for second-round pick to the Sixers also.
Yep.
So it was Pat Bev and a second-round pick.
2027. 28.
No, sorry. Patrick Beverley for campaign and a second-round pick. That's what it is.
What year? 2027?
Yeah. Milwaukee won that trade. Those are my first impressions. The Sixers, we're gonna find out in a few minutes, but the Sixers did some interesting stuff.
Why do they give picks like 3 years ahead? I haven't seen a thing that said like 2025, 2026.
Well, all those because they want to keep those because who's in those draft classes.
Oh, so that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, you're right.
If you're like giving up a 2025 first round pick, like the pool of guys who that's going to be.
That's fair. Yeah, you're right.
So you don't want to give a 2025 first round pick to like I don't know, like San Antonio, because you know San Antonio is probably going to be high in the first round,
Right.
or in the first round. So
Right.
they're gonna use that pick,
fair. Okay.
and they're gonna get like a lottery guy or something. What else we got? I just keep seeing Bulls aren't doing anything. What a shame. The Spurs trading Doug McDermott to the Pacers for a second round pick. It just says future second round pick. Some I didn't like that, like Woj and Shams did. There's too much of a competition to be the first to break news.
Yeah.
So what they're like, what the result of that is they break the news before they fully know the entire trade. So what'll happen is, like, I'm gonna read the entire saga of the Doug McDermott trade. It's the Spurs are trading Doug McDermott to the Pacers. The Pacers and then in another tweet, the Pacers will send a future second round pick per source. And then again, there was a third part of that. I forget where. They basically just spit it out in little bits, and I hate that. I just want to know, just say the trade, say the full trade the first time. Don't be worried about being the first one. Sixers are sending Jaden Springer to the Celtics. Again, it's chopped up, so I don't know what for. But I like Jaden Springer. I just want a team that can develop him a little better.
Yeah.
Because he has some defensive tendencies too that I've noticed that a lot of young guards don't have, so it's cool. Raptors keeping Bruce Brown, Corey Joseph to the Pacers. Okay. Pacers are sending a second round pick in exchange for Corey Joseph, so the Warriors get a handsome second round pick. Yeah, Toronto waiving Spencer Dinwiddie. Yeah. Well. Oh, here we go. Blazers are signing Ashton Higgins.
Who's that?
Kentucky legend. Arturas Karnisovas. That's our GM. Or president of basketball operations. My mistake.
We're president of basketball operations.
But yeah, him and Mark Eversley are the same person, basically.
They don't care about our team.
Nope. Yeah, a lot of stuff coming out about Detroit and New York, though. I think New York is going to be very happy with what they did. Sad to see. Yeah. I just love how it says, like, oh wow, phone services are down in Chicago. That's why we didn't do anything. Just a lot of weird tweets about the Bulls are keeping Andre Drummond. League sources tell us the Bulls are keeping Alex Caruso. League sources tell us, like, that's not news. The only news is if they're actually going somewhere. Yeah, I'm mainly just really mad about the amount of rumors that the Lakers were a part of. And I'm more mad at the media for making it out like the Lakers were going to make this huge trade and they were going to be the ones to kick it off and all this stuff. They were going to be the ones to improve the most. They were going to make the most. They didn't do a thing. It's just so disappointing that they get so much media attention for not doing anything.
Who? The Lakers?
Yeah.
How? I haven't seen anything about any of that. I did see a thing a minute ago. They were like when there was an hour left in the draft, I saw a thing that said, "Oh, what will the Lakers do? Will they make a big move? Why? Who? Lakers don't need anybody. They just need to fix their own problems on their own team. They don't need anybody else. They don't need to add anybody else. They don't even need to subtract anybody. All they gotta do is figure out what the heck they're gonna do on their own team. Like, you know what I mean?"
We got right here in our Arturas Karnisovas tracker since 2021. It can all fit on a nice little spreadsheet. Look at that.
What is this?
This is every move the Bulls have made since Arturas Karnisovas.
Let me see. Let me see.
Office. No, it's just on a nice little list.
The yellow's what we did?
No, this is all what we did. I don't know what the yellow is, but
I can't read.
That's just every move that we've made.
Since 2020, 2021.
Since Arturas Karnisovas came in office.
That's a lot. Well,
no, it's not. It's not that much.
We haven't made a move since December 16th of 2023. Who did we get? Sign Henry Jarrell as a two-way.
That's one of our G League guys.
Then why does that matter?
We haven't done anything.
Exactly. Why is that? Why would they put that up there? If that. Well, when was the last time a big name? Well, no, just look at that thing again. What year? What day? What year was the last like big name? No, like G League stuff.
Well, I mean, we signed Terry Taylor in August.
That's a big name.
He plays for us. He's on a regular rotation. He's Vooch's backup, or he's Drummond's backup. But
Really? I haven't seen him on the court.
Yeah, you have. He does a ton of stuff. He's number 32.
Terry Taylor.
Yeah, if you've watched a Bulls game,
I have. I usually do.
He's.
I have not. I mean, I've seen the Phillips guy that we have, and Terry Taylor.
Julian Phillips. Yeah, he plays about the same as Julian Phillips.
Really?
Yeah, it's just a shame that he like. You can fit everything the Bulls have done on this little list here.
Wow.
I'm not too stoked about that.
So now we gotta wait until next year around this time to see if the Bulls do anything.
Which we won't.
So we'll see you guys.
No, we have to wait until just the off season. That's when things open up again.
Well, trade deadline wise.
Yeah.
Trade deadline wise.
Well, we're gonna do. There's no way we don't. We have a ton of expiring contracts this year, so we're gonna be forced to do something. That's another thing. I feel like we don't do anything unless we're forced to.
Do you think we should get rid of our GM then?
I don't even know.
Or would you say the president of?
He had such a good 2021 run getting.
Oh my God, what a team that was! I wish I had that. We had that team back so bad.
He did such a good job putting that team together with Lonzo, Javante, DeMar. He just, I don't know. I don't know what to say yet. I feel like there's a year or two more of, like, if he does bad for another year or two, then absolutely. But I don't know. He started off so hot. He put together the Nuggets championship team. So I don't know.
He did?
Yeah, he was the GM. He got like Paul Millsap, Jamal Murray, Jokic, Michael Porter Jr. He just got a.
They won the championship last year, right?
Yeah.
How long have we had him?
Since 2021.
Then how did he do that?
He put together that team. He was the GM when they got all those guys like Jamal Murray, Paul Millsap, Nikola.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't the GM on the championship roster.
Okay, I was about to say, like, how did that make sense? I was confused. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just hate seeing the news. The Bulls have made Alex Caruso untouchable in trade talks, and that was 5 minutes before the trade deadline. Or before the
Are you serious?
So why is that? How is that news?
Why does that matter? Why would they post it? 5 minutes, okay, who cares? The draft. The deadline's at end in 5 minutes. I think everybody was done around like that 20-minute mark.
They know they're going to get some angry Bulls fans. No, there was stuff right up until the end.
Really well.
They just know they're going to get some angry Bulls fans talking.
Of course. Because there's a team missing on this picture right here.
Yep.
What team is missing on here?
Well, the Warriors did something too.
Said they didn't.
They did. They traded Corey Joseph.
They said they didn't add
How long ago was that?
20 minutes ago.
That's a lie then. The Corey Joseph thing was not too long ago. I got it from Sean.
Someone said y'all making it seem like the Lakers got a bad squad or something.
What does it say?
The Lakers and Warriors didn't add any new players at the trade.
Okay. That's misleading then.
What happened?
It was they traded Corey Joseph to the Pacers for a second round pick. So they didn't add anyone per se.
Oh,
but they got
a second round pick. Okay.
So they're really just saying that because it's the Warriors and Lakers. They're not saying it because it actually matters.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying that's why I said there's a team missing here.
They're just trying to get Warriors and Lakers engagements.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Lakers literally did nothing. They didn't do anything.
Well,
and neither did the Bulls. Obviously, the Warriors at least did something. They weren't playing Corey Joseph anyway, so I guess it's cool. But whatever. Let's go look at some irrational tweets.
Go ahead.
Let's look at some of my replies to these things. Let me scroll down to the beginning. I was active this morning on the train. I'll just say that.
Thank you.
Here we go. All right. Pistons sent Monty Morris to the Timberwolves. That was yesterday.
Yeah.
So I guess I just forgot. And I jokingly said Minnesota championship confirmed.
You said Minnesota championship confirmed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So this is funny. The last 2 games for Miles Bridges have been 40-point performances. Shooting over 60% from the field and 50% from 3. What I said last night, although we know now it isn't true, I said he's on a who's stopping this big 3 Lakers run right now. Because obviously, you know, after the Lakers get anyone, they're putting a graphic with LeBron and AD, and it says, who's stopping this big 3? Obviously, that's not going to happen. After the Buddy Hield trade, I said the Pacers basically handed off Daniel Tice and Hield for questionable returns.
Yep.
After I just retweeted the Kelly Olynyk for Otto Porter trade, I said I like seeing Toronto begin to develop a win now strategy. Or I didn't say I like it. I see they're doing that. I said I'd hate for it to end like the Bulls, and then being right on the border of winning, but then being held back by an injury or like a missing piece. After seeing the Spencer Dinwiddie trade, I'm leaning more. Ooh, Grizzlies waived Oladipo.
Whoa!
So add that to the list of guys, the list of the buyout market list, the free agent list.
Wow.
I like Toronto overall, or I don't like that they waived Spencer Dinwiddie, but they're on a win. They're in a win now mentality almost, and I don't think they're gonna win now. So it seems to me that they're like trying to punch the wall to get out, but they can't.
Oh, if you guys didn't know, because I don't think this news. What just happened?
I'll just restart
it.
Sorry, YouTube, our live stream cut out.
Yeah. All right. Well, for YouTubers, real quick, I'm gonna say it. If y'all didn't know, Steven Adams went to he's on the Rockets now?
I don't remember.
Let me look. Steven Adams was on Minnesota. He was on Minnesota. He was on the Grizzlies. And now he's with the Houston Rockets because the Memphis Grizzlies are just, this is a throwaway season. Y'all came back for like 2 weeks and then got hurt. You know, it's just crazy. Poor Grizzlies. They made a good run last year, but no, this year it's dookie.
Yeah, they have too many injuries.
Yeah.
They'll reload for next year, but
yeah.
Okay, you're live.
I said if there's any takeaway from the NBA climate today, it's that Oklahoma City found out how to win, and it baffles me that every team isn't copying them. I said that earlier today, but it's true.
Yeah. Welcome back, Facebook. We're back.
They've loaded up on picks and literally are cheating, like not cheating.
Who?
They found out a winning.
Who's cheating?
I didn't mean to say that. I'm talking about the Thunder right now, though.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They found an exploit to win, and it's just loading up on picks because they still have 36 in the next 6 seasons.
I know. OKC is something else, man.
If they're not good, if they end up falling off a cliff this year, they will almost certainly bounce back because of their picks, and they have good development too. That's another part of it.
Y'all sleeping on them?
No, I don't think anyone is because they're second in the West, but they're first in the West now.
Oh,
the top 3 teams. So the Thunder, the Wolves, and the Nuggets all are 35 and 16 right now. All 3 of them. That's what I'm saying. It's a really tight race in the West.
It is. It really is. We'll see who gets the number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
It might go to the Clippers. We don't know. We'll see.
Sixers are trading Daniel House and a 2024 second-round pick via the Knicks to the Pistons.
Wow.
So yeah, the Pistons were like really weird today. NBA University on Twitter. If you don't follow NBA University, go follow NBA University.
Yeah, go.
They said I just lost it. I can't believe it.
Really, man?
I don't know what I did. I don't know what I clicked. Help. Pardon me. They said, really can't believe Chicago is cool with doing nothing. What's the strategy? What's the end goal?
There is no end goal for us. I don't even know. Look. If things go wrong, I guess they're kind of already going wrong.
They've been going wrong since Lonzo. Right. We haven't had a single hopeful moment since Lonzo got injured. Not a moment has there been where I've been like, oh, wow, we might actually be able to win with this team. No.
But our record isn't that bad.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
I think we're, 3 games below 500 right now? Yep. We're 3 games below 500.
But I mean, they could... If they tried hard enough, they can easily make it above 500. If they tried. Yeah. What do you mean? You give me a side eye at 4. Come on. Look. Be realistic.
I am being realistic. Look. Are we going to win the championship this year?
No.
What's the point then? There's no point unless we're making...
Whoa.
That's why I keep saying, like, the Jazz, this is a lost season for them. The Jazz aren't going to win the championship either, right?
But this
at least
is a loss. Try. Why just give up?
Because then they end up in no man's land like we have been every year, where we're not a lottery pick, but we're also not making a playoff run. And that's no man's land. What's the point of the season if we're just going to keep ending up?
But why give up if you're not losing by much? If you're not like terribly losing like the Detroit, they've been giving up.
We lost to Detroit though.
That's because we started off bad. But now if you see 24 and 27. 27. They're guys behind 500. That's you could say it's bad. Sure, okay, you could say it's bad, but why throw it all away when you have that many wins and you're only so close behind moving up past those losses though. I mean, yeah, I don't think they're gonna push far. I get that, but why give up now if you should have just gave up a long time ago?
Well, we should have given up a long time ago.
But they're not. That's why I'm saying. But
yeah,
they're not.
And that's the mistake. There are only 12 teams below 500 right now. We are one of those teams. We're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna make the playoffs. But even if we do, we're getting swept in the first round by whoever's the 1 seed. And that's what I'm saying. Why? What's the point of doing all that just to? Because think about it. A first round exit is the lowest of the low.
Right.
Because even if you finish dead last in the entire NBA,
right,
you're in the lottery. You're gonna get a top 5 pick guaranteed, top 3, hopefully, and you have hope for the next season.
Yeah.
But if you're losing in the first round, especially year after year after year, and even not even making the playoffs year after year, losing in the play-in tournament, all these things, what's in it?
We almost made it out of the play-in tournament last year. We almost did, but we choked.
But we would have lost in the first round to who they played, Milwaukee.
But yeah, Milwaukee. But Milwaukee was not. Were injured.
Miami was.
They had no players.
We lost to Milwaukee the year before that. Chris Middleton was injured
for 1 game.
No, it was 2 games. 2 games.
That still didn't make a difference.
It does.
No,
because we didn't win either. We didn't win either of those games. We lost 3-1 in that series.
I know we did.
A gentleman's sweep. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know.
We'll see how. I mean,
teams that are stuck, because it's okay to get stuck in no man's land, because of bad luck for a season or 2. But to do it constantly since how long have we been doing it? Since Derrick Rose left, since Jimmy left.
Probably, yeah.
We've been in no man's land.
Probably, but I guarantee you that the Bulls will make it to play-in tournament. But if they do, they will. But if they, who do you think they'll go against?
I don't know. Right now, in the realm of our little bubble, right now it's like Atlanta, Brooklyn.
Who do
Orlando,
we go against?
Miami.
We went against the Raptors last year and we beat them, right? We did, yeah. We beat them and we lost to Miami in the second one.
I'm just looking at the list of teams that were in the same realm as right now: Brooklyn, Atlanta, Orlando, and Miami. We're all within 4 games. We're within 4 games of all 4 of those teams. So realistically, that's where the final standings are going to be.
Right.
I don't think we can beat any of those teams. Maybe Brooklyn now after the trade deadline, but
that's it. You don't think we can beat Orlando, Hawks,
no,
or Miami again?
Orlando's way too good. Miami's obviously way too good, and they have our number because they're pretty much the same team as us, just 1,000 times better.
Yeah.
And Atlanta, no.
No, Trae Young. No. Trae Young. No.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the Bull season goes, but they're going to keep pushing because that's what they have a heart for, Just keep on trying. Don't give up. Whatnot. Because
I just don't think I should give my respect or attention to a team that doesn't respect its fans. And when they do nothing year after year, when they're fine with mediocrity, when they're satisfied with mediocrity, I'm not like, that shows me that they don't care about the team or the fans.
Right.
So
okay.
I don't know where that disrespect comes from. Maybe it does come from Arturas Karnisovas, but it's obviously more likely higher up with what's his name, Reinsdorf.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't like, the Bulls are gonna, as long as they sit in no man's land, I will emotionally invest in other teams. And for me right now, that's the Thunder, and that's Houston, and that's
okay,
2 teams that I really like. Yeah. That was our extended little Bulls debate there. What else we got? The Knicks. Oh, I said this already. The Knicks are sending Quentin Grimes for Alex Burks. Once again, the Pistons were up to 18 players at one point, which I thought was funny. I like the list. Okay, so here's an interesting little list. It's total steals this season in the NBA. These are the top 5 players. It goes Matisse Thybulle with 75, who gets no attention on the Blazers, but I think the Bulls should have gotten him before the Blazers even got him. But think about it, the Blazers don't get any attention, so the Bulls could get him.
Do you think the Bulls will even make any moves? No, they're not going to sign any free agents.
I want them to. I want them to
but
get
Joe
Joe
Harris. Who would you want? You said Harris. You said who?
Joe Harris. I think since this season's already lost, and since Victor Oladipo can come back next season, I think Victor Oladipo. I'm not going to say Spencer Dinwiddie because I would like Spencer Dinwiddie, but there's pretty much a 0% chance. Yeah.
This is hypothetical. You were the GM of the Bulls and trade deadline, whatever. I wouldn't know. Just you do one team and one player. Who would you trade for who? Who would you get and who would you get? You know what I'm saying? For what team would you pick first?
The dream would probably be...
Yeah, current right now.
The second I heard the Nets were selling, I'd try to make a go for Mikal Bridges and Cam Thomas.
Okay. Who would you give them for?
I would give up Patrick Williams. What else do they need?
But he's injured.
What else do the Nets need? Well, yeah, but the Nets were selling, so they're not necessarily going for a win now. Patrick Williams. I'd probably have to throw in an IO. And then maybe like Javante Carter and a pick. So
four things for
and a first-round pick. So it would be Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and say a second-round pick for, like, I don't know, equality purposes. Nah, not the second-round pick. Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson for Patrick Williams, Javante Carter, and who's the third person?
Io, assume.
Yeah, I think that's decent. Wow. Because the Nets are stupid, so they take that.
Because they're stupid.
Think about it. They do something stupid like start Javon Carter over Cam Thomas.
That is crazy. That would be crazy.
Zach underwent foot surgery today.
Oh, good for him. Too bad. So sad. Who cares?
Hopefully he recovers soon.
Yeah, hopefully. And then gets traded away from us.
Arturas Karnisovas said, "We didn't see anything that would make us better.
What?
We would take a step back, which we didn't want. We want to compete in the playoffs, for the playoffs."
Oh my God. Can I see that? Can I see? Oh my.
Arturas Karnisovas cites
Sorry.
emergence of Kobe White, Io DeSumo, and Patrick Williams' improvement. DeMar's closing status, whatever that means. Vooch double-double machine, Caruso making winning plays, and Drummond's play, and the Eastern Conference parity as reasons for hope. The Eastern Conference isn't in peril, though.
That is insane.
So, Io and Patrick Williams are not improving. If anything, they're declining because they're not giving him minutes. DeMar's closing status, what does that mean? He's closing his career down or something? Like he's going to retire in the next 5 years or something?
I guess.
Vooch double-double machine. Again, that double-doubles don't equate to winning. Caruso making winning plays and Drummond's play.
I can agree on Caruso's thing.
Caruso makes winning plays, but that doesn't matter if your actual scores are terrible. The only real
That's crazy.
The only real reason here for hope is Kobe White.
Just facts.
Everything else can be picked apart.
It's so facts.
But yeah,
it's facts.
Just ridiculous that kind of he would say we didn't see anything that would make us better.
That's crazy.
To me, the impression I get from that is he didn't talk to anyone. The phone was on the other side of the room the entire day.
It's just ringing.
The entire season.
He's ringing. He's not answering. It's ringing. He's like, oh.
That's the impression I get from that. If he would have said we didn't hear anything that would have made us better, that means that would give me the impression like, okay, at least he was like, fielding calls maybe, but no, he wasn't even like.
Who was it picking up? He wasn't answering.
Yeah,
he wasn't answering.
The impression I get is he didn't even come in contact.
The
with any other
phone was ringing and he muted it. The phone was ringing and he muted it. That's what happened.
And then he said we want to compete for the playoffs.
That is crazy. We just talked about that too, which is the funny thing.
The key word there is for the playoffs, not wants to compete in the playoffs. That means he's still trying to fight for a playoff spot. He still has that mentality where it's like, well, if we make the playoffs, everything will be all red as rain. If you're not contending a championship,
don't talk.
You're not a winning team. Back to the drawing board.
So sad.
Like think about it. Think about the teams that are contending a championship this year. Boston, Cleveland, Milwaukee. Maybe the Knicks have entered that conversation after their recent success. That's 4 teams in the East.
That's 5.
You can never really count out Miami, so I'll give them 4.5.
You named 5.
Boston, Cleveland, Milwaukee, New York, and half of Miami. So that's half. The other half I'll throw in there are the Clippers, so that makes it a full 5. And then in the West, it's Oklahoma City, Minnesota, and Denver.
I thought Clippers were in the West.
The Clippers were the other half.
Oh, okay.
Them and Miami are kind of the half. I think the Clippers could still win or could still contend, but I just don't want to give it to them yet, just because I haven't seen a core like that play in the playoffs that successful. So that's 8 total teams out of the 30 in the NBA that like are legitimate contenders this year. Like before even any playoff talk, and that's right now. We haven't even seen post deadline play yet. Mm. So that still leaves 22 other teams. Excuse me, 22 other teams that have nothing.
Wowzers.
Arturas Karnisovas, we are better with Zach on our team. I mean,
no, you're not.
That's statistically proven wrong. But
oh my God. Are you serious what he said? What is wrong with him, bro?
Yeah, maybe we should fire these guys.
Holy cow.
Maybe we should.
That just got, bro. That the point was proven before the season even started. The point was proven as soon as Kobe White started shooting.
The Bulls wanted Jonathan Kuminga from the Warriors in talks centered around Caruso.
Wanted. They didn't need him.
In exploratory trade talks with the Golden State Warriors centered on Caruso, league sources said the Bulls inquired about Jonathan Kuminga's availability, but was rebuffed. The Bulls made it clear that they didn't want to trade Caruso, especially for a package on perhaps other young pieces like Moses Moody.
Wanted.
Again, though,
that's wanted.
They keep saying
not needed,
or they kept all the rumors I kept hearing directly from the Bulls front office were Caruso's untouchable, but then what I'm hearing from like all these NBA sources is he was in trade talks all season. So, yeah, the moral of this entire, I guess, edition is the Bulls are liars.
Mm-hmm. They're fakes,
and as long as they are in like that middle of the Eastern Conference, they should go.
The fact that the GM said he had the nerve to say we're better with Zach LaVine, no, that is proven wrong since the season even started. even before he got injured, and as soon as Kobe White stepped on the court and became a starter.
He does not.
That all proved Levine's need for this team. We don't need him anymore. As soon as Kobe White started shooting and became in the starting lineup, that was the answer. That was it. Said and done.
Arturas Karnisovas, unfortunately, does not know ball. Listen, I'm going to wrap it up now. That's going to do it for us here at IrRashonal Sports.
Yes.
This was a fun edition.
Yo.
I'm going to enjoy, once again, I'm going to work on, I had an actual agenda for today, but obviously the trade deadline changed the path. I'm probably, what I want to do, like maybe this weekend or something, I don't know, is make a video on development, like a separate commentary, I guess, on the importance of development in the league, because I have a ton of stuff that I wrote down. I did some research. And yeah, I'll probably end up doing that sometime this week or something like that.
Cool beans.
So keep an eye on my YouTube. I'll be posting this on there sometime soon, Facebook. But yeah, that's been IrRashonal Sports. Follow me on Twitter and YouTube at IrRashonal Sports, IrRashonal Sports. I'm here with a friend.
Yes. Look Effect is here. Go watch my podcast every Wednesday at 2 to 3. Go check it out next week. It's going to be a very fun episode. Cannot wait to hear you guys and, come listen with me. And also, my socials are Luke Mendoza Official on Instagram and Looster Productions Mendoza on YouTube. Thank you guys for having us today.
If you want a more well-rounded sports experience, not just basketball, if you want to broaden your horizons, go check out the Luke Effect.
I'm better.
Yeah, that's been our show today. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Of course.
Thanks for watching. Yeah. That's been our show.
See y'all.
Peace.
Peace.